Hello? Oh, the music is starting already. I'm sorry, y'all. Hi, how y'all doing? There's a house. I have tacos, period. How y'all doing? It's been a minute since I've streamed and I have a lot to talk about. Hence why I've been missing. But I hope y'all are doing good. Hi, Green Bean Els. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. Brooke, hi. Yeah, I have a lot to talk about. I was trying to pull a photo though to show you guys this picture my mom took of 𝐬𝐬𝐬. Because I wanted you guys to see what he looks like. Also, my whole backyard is wet in this photo. My mom likes to water the grass. Please ignore that. And then I also wanted to show you guys this funny picture of a dog on TikTok that represents me right now. And so let me put those up on the screen really quick. But how y'all doing? Let me know how your days are going. Let me put 𝐬𝐬𝐬 up first because I want y'all to see him. How do I do this? I know how to stream. Oh, it's really big. I'm sorry. Look at this picture of 𝐬𝐬𝐬. I'm sorry. It's zoomed in on my lemon tree. I'm so sorry. Why is this picture so big? I'm so sorry. Hold on. My mom, she should be a professional photographer. She went crazy on this picture. Look how pretty it looks. Sorry, that's really tiny. Look how pretty he looks. That's my backyard. I do have a palm tree in my backyard. You have a lemon tree, Rich. We've had that lemon tree since I was basically born. I've lived in this house my whole life. My sister's the only one who lived an apartment life in the real ghetto with my parents for 3 years. He looks like a grown man. He's 6.5 years old, y'all. He's getting up there. He's becoming an old man. But that's Oswaldo. That's I don't know what fruit that is, but it's yellow and it's really good. And then the dead one back there was a nectarine tree. But it's died. You have a childhood home, Rich. Stop. Brooke, thank you so much for your membership, Beach. I appreciate Shrek. You're so sweet. Stop. Thank you. I appreciate you. Stop it. But yes, a childhood home. Mind you, though, back in 1998, homes were a lot cheaper in California. So you didn't have to be rich back then to get a house. You just had to be working your ass off a lot, which is what my parents did. Now, forget about it. But look at it. That's 𝐬𝐬𝐬. Let me put him away. And then I wanted to show you guys this funny dog I saw on TikTok, and I'm going to leave it up the whole stream because it's me. Look, that's me. That's how I've been feeling this whole week. Because everyone's been testing me. Find food, period. Eat up. This is me, because I'm being tested. So, I'm going to put it up here in the corner, really small. Because that's my mood for this whole stream as I speak. And literally, I'm sick of it. I've been had it. Between what's happening in my country and just with my job and my health and everything else, we're gonna get into it. First, I wanna talk with y'all about the main thing that's been happening in my neighborhood that literally has been driving me crazy. But I thought I'd update y'all on my work gossip first. So for anyone who doesn't, I'm saying a lot. I'm so sorry. For anyone who isn't in the loop with my life, who's watching this now or later, I work in for the most part, a pretty good work environment. My boss, even, who I used to like really despise, and sometimes, mind you, she still pisses me off. She's been laying off of me a lot. She hasn't necessarily been on top of me about micromanaging what I do. She just lets me do my job, which is great. But aside from her, I have a coworker who essentially is just really bitter and angry all the time, very pessimistic, claims to be Christian, but is also homophobic and transphobic and like women and like kisses the ass of men and racist and a red hat wearer, all the things, right? And she makes work very miserable. Well, my boss finally spoke with me last week, pulled me into a room. She was pretending we were going to talk about website because that's a project I mainly work on. Oh, he wants to talk to me. I guess now you know the big secret to my aerobics routine. Oh, is Sabrina Carpenter playing on there? He does aerobics to Juno by Sabrina Carpenter. Who are we talking about? We're just getting started, Rat. Also, hi, welcome in. We're talking about my coworker, the one that I've been having issues with forever. My boss finally pulled me into the big boss's office because he's not there, so his office is empty. And she essentially insinuated if one more incident happens where someone is bothered by her, doesn't matter what it is, to what degree, she will be getting let go. Period, poo, period. And mind you, I don't even, yes, period. I don't even like my job like that. But if she left and they hired, I'm hoping like either a gay man or a lesbian woman or like just someone who is fun and like progressive in mindset, like everyone else is in my office, will be golden. I wouldn't be the one to throw her out the window, girl. I'm going to do it first because I've had it. 𝐤𝐬𝐬𝐜𝐿, she's so cute. I love her. I know she has Frida Kahlo up in her house. Bitch, I'm crying. Yeah, I just, you know, and for any of my working people out there, or even people that don't work, if you have someone in your life who's just always miserable and bitter and angry, like, mind you, y'all, we'll be putting up a Christmas tree in the office and this woman will find a way to be irritated about that. We're putting up fucking glass balls on a Christmas tree that's like 4 feet tall. It's shorter than me. And you're finding an issue? Are we serious? Oh, I gotta go to Harv's. Oops. Let's visit people. I think this is Puddles. And so she maybe get let go. Not you describing my mom. Girl, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Not my mommy. But it's really hard and it's annoying. And it's like my work, but there were 2 weeks that this woman was out because she had back surgery. Those were the best 2 weeks I ever had at work in my life. I was like, oh my goodness, my boss isn't micromanaging me and the mean coworkers in here. Everyone was just yapping it up. Life was good. I was like, period, poo. I could work here all the time. If this woman wasn't here, I wouldn't have no issue. Because also my commute is only 20 minutes, which you can't beat. Because I had a job interview over the weekend, which I didn't get the job, which is fine because they had a giant American flag up near the building. So it wouldn't have been safe for me anyway. But it was an hour away. And I was like, you could not pay me enough money to be in traffic for an hour. Sorry. I hate traffic. I hate commuting. I hate being in a car. Everyone drives stupid in California. If you don't live in California, you don't know, but everyone drives crazy. The videos you see online of like the car crashes and things, I promise you, they happen very often. People are just dumb on the road and I can't stand it. I saw a woman yesterday, you guys. I went out with my mom last night. I don't know where we were going. We went somewhere. And this woman is driving, a hand on the wheel, with her phone up right in front of her face, like she's watching videos. She's going like 40 miles per hour in a residential area. Probably scrolling on TikTok while driving. Like, that's a common occurrence out here in California, I fear. And it drives me crazy. Not wreck. Where's Goldie? I want to say hi. Where is she? Is she at the store? She may be at the store. She might be getting her shopping on. So let me go check the store. Today's goal, by the way, for today's stream, I haven't even said, I want to get my campsite going. And I'm manifesting, I'm praying I get Marshall or Raymond. I am praying. Because those are my favorite. I really hope I get them. It's Sonic, you guys, look. But yeah, so that happened to my job. On the health side of things, I did want to explain why I didn't stream last week. And the reason for that was, I'm very transparent about the fact that I have PCOS and endometriosis. I'm very open about that because I think more people need to talk about it in the health space, especially because doctors refuse to help women who have it, it feels like. But I got so sick from symptoms of that last week. I haven't gotten sick like that in months, mind you. I was down for the count for like a week. I took vacation last Thursday, but I had to miss work Wednesday because the night before I only got an hour of sleep. It was that bad. So I had to call my boss and be like, look, I literally cannot come in today. And this is where it's a nice thing to have a female boss because she understood and was just like, it's fine. We'll put it as a sick day. It'll be a paid sick day. Just stay home. But it literally took me out. I was in so much pain. I had to sleep sitting up. It was terrible. But on the flip side of things, I did go to the dentist that weekend and my teeth are perfect according to my dentist. So, slay, my dental hygiene is top notch. It's just my stomach that's trying to kill me. So, that's in part why I was missing. The other reason as to why I was missing is actually, it's giving dental hygiene. Hi, Lauren. How are you? Welcome in, girl. I didn't even get commands going. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Hey, hi. How you doing? Like Wendy Williams. How you doing? You know. How all my girlies been? Sorry, I don't remember commands. I don't look at my thing often enough, but I'm trying. I'm getting it. I'm doing it. There we go. Yes, period. There we go. Mill, please. Oh, you can see my little thing. Let me remove that. Wow, it worked. But how are you doing, Lauren? I hope you're doing good. We're about to get into the life. Oh, actually, before I get into another reason as to why I missed streaming, can we talk about real world news for a second, medical news? How is it that doctors potentially have discovered a birth control for men with the only side effect and symptom being headaches? But meanwhile, my ass has gained like over 30 pounds from birth control, has had a variety of mental issues, stomach issues, everything. But men somehow have a birth control that only gives them a headache. I was so violently irritated when I read that headline, y'all. And they won't take it. Exactly, because these men would have to take responsibility. Yep, there you go. But it irritated me so much because I'm like, how is it that I have to sit here with a laundry list of symptoms and side effects for me, but you somehow made a birth control for men that only gives them a headache? Oh, my birth control gives me terrible problems. Like it's ruined aspects of my health that I can't get back. And, but again, my symptoms are so bad when I'm not on it that I have no choice because doctors like refuse to do anything else. Which is why I'm actually going to see an endocrinologist soon because I refuse to go see my gyno again. She's not helping me. She basically made a joke saying, just keep taking it till you get menopause. Bitch. You've got me messed up if you think I'm going to keep taking this until I hit like 55. Are you joking? Hi, Seth. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well also. Hashtag all... That's more dangerous. They say they're on it, but by that they mean they took it once 2 years ago. Literally. In the past when I dated and I've shared that I'll never take it, men act like I'm crazy. Men telling women they're crazy. What's new? Hashtag all men. Antonio Banderas. Somewhere around jumping jack 4,340. Girl, I get this sense of total clarity and purpose, and I had an idea. Oh, he wants to become besties with Puddles? You guys, is he gonna try to date Puddles? Is this how it starts? Also, I've never read this dialogue, by the way, which is why I'm actually reading it. I've never read this before. I pitched this to Hazel and we both agreed it should be you who throws out the inaugural first decoration. Aw, look at his little feet. Utility pole. He's giving me a pole. Is he trying to tell me something? He said, here, ho. Goldie! Hi, you're so beautiful. Oh my goodness, we're matching. She's so beautiful to me. Let me put my utility pole right here, and then we're gonna talk to Tom because I want to get on with this campsite. But yeah, that really irritated me. But anyway, back to the story of what's happening, like the thing that I put the pinned comment up for. So essentially, the short end of it is in my neighborhood. We are currently dealing with squatters, specifically homeless squatters. The way that the layout works is essentially, I live in a cul-de-sac, right? And the way that I would describe my neighborhood is this. My neighborhood is always relatively quiet. Nothing really happens. There was a SWAT team here the other day, but I don't I don't know what they came for. I think they took the people out of the home because the home has been resold to like a beautiful family. Y'all are gonna think I live in the trenches. I think it was like they were trying to make a drug house. They were very quiet about it though, because mind you, those neighbors were really nice. They would say hi to us and everything. They would talk. So we didn't even know. Nothing happens except for the SWAT team. The local SWAT came and took all the residents out. And I'm pretty sure they resold the house to different people because I see like a family there now, like 2 families living in the house, I think. But nothing really happens in my neighborhood other than like maybe car crashes because we live in it's a bunch of cul-de-sacs, but 2 tiny streets. And people try to cut through those tiny streets to get out to back to the main road. Bear, please. The friendly neighborhood SWAT team. Yes. And so nothing really happens, nothing major. And the person whose home is being squatted in has lived in the neighborhood since before I was born, like before my parents even came. I'm gonna come back to Tom, y'all. I gotta go empty my bag in my house. ACAB, period. And so he'd been living there forever, right? And when we first met him, he was very smart. He was in the medical field. I won't say what job exactly, but he was in the medical field. And he actually, when I was 3 years old at one point, I had a seizure because when I was younger, I used to have seizures. I did. And the very first one I had, I was 3 years old, and my dad ran out of my home screaming with me in his arms because he didn't know what to do. He was like telling people to help him because he was freaking out. And this neighbor came over and he knew what injection to give me. He knew how to lay me down, how to tilt my head, how to make sure I didn't bite my tongue and choke. Like, he was very, very smart. And so he essentially saved my life when I was just 3 years old. And over time, something must have happened in his marriage where him and his wife split, but they had a young daughter. And over time, I'm assuming because of the divorce and because of his relationship with his daughter kind of wilting a little bit because she was a lot closer to the mother, he started declining a lot mentally. And the way that it showed primarily was through hoarding. He was a big time hoarder. Like, I'm talking about I have to pause for a minute to talk about this. Every room in his home, by the time he left, which was just April of this year, every room was stacked to the ceiling with boxes, with trash, with whatever he could collect. His pool was completely empty, filled with boxes. The whole yard was filled with boxes. He would live out of his first vehicle. Once that got too full of things, he bought another vehicle and started living out of that, stopped paying his water, his electricity, started urinating outside of his home by the bushes. He really started losing his mental. And the only reason we started knowing this from the moment we were young is because the neighbor who lives next to him actually was an older lady. She's since passed away and someone else bought the home and ruined it, which I'm very upset about. But they modernized her home basically, and it pisses me off. But she was living there since the 50s, and we would peek over her fence and look into his yard at his dog, and the whole yard was full with things. And so would also urinate in the bushes. Ew. This one would do it because he was actually going crazy. Poor neighbor. Yes, poor neighbor who saved me. It's very sad. Not my sister playing Animal Crossing. But he started declining really poorly. And we would all kind of just sometimes here or there talk to him. Bianca. Just to kind of stay engaged with him. And we would call welfare checks sometimes because at times his car was there, but he wasn't home. And we would be like, oh my gosh, what if he's stuck under the mess in his home? What if he fell? Because he's elderly. So we were actually concerned for him. And the unfortunate thing is that through his mental decline, he actually, while living out of his car, started befriending some of the homeless in the area. Now, the way my neighborhood kind of works is we all live in cul-de-sacs and everything within our neighborhood is pretty quiet. The minute you hit the main roads, it gets kind of ghetto. And that's where like the homeless are. They used to be all along the train tracks near my home. They since got wiped out by the police because the last time they were there, we could hear screaming through the window of my home. And mind you, the train tracks aren't like right behind us. They're a little bit away. We could hear that they were violently fighting each other. Like we heard someone say, she stabbed me, I'm hurt, I'm bleeding, whatever. So they had to get cleared for the safety, I think, of the neighboring people around. Those are the homeless that he had befriended. And he had told them that he had a house. And I think that's kind of where it started to sit in the homeless brain. Oh, we can go live out of this house. Then come April of this year, we saw people clearing out his home. And so because we're chismosos, we just walked right over. And it was his oldest son, his daughter, and some other relatives who essentially said that he was going to be put away in a place and they were going to be clearing the home and taking the home. And the son had mentioned he had intentions of like making it into a potential rental, like a home to rent instead of buy. But that was April. It's now August, almost September. And as of like a week and a half ago, homeless people have started squatting the home. Mind you, I wouldn't care if homeless people were squatting because I work in low-income housing. I know what it's like to work with people in housing who are homeless, whether they are really trying to get their shit together or they're the kind where they're burning each other alive because someone looked at them funny. Like, I understand what it is to work with people and be near people like this. The issue is, again, these homeless are the ones who were removed from the train tracks for being violent with one another. Second, there's no electricity and no running water in that home. So if, God forbid, because also these same homeless are the ones who weren't just violent, but were involved in drugs. If they try to make drugs in the home, starting a fire, the homes next to that house are so close that they're going to burn down an entire strip of houses. Other poor thing, though, is they've been harassing primarily women because, of course, the short 5'2" men coming out of the house don't have smoke for the men. They have smoke only for the women. Have been coming out of the house and harassing women. Like one of my neighbors, the one who lives behind me, saw a homeless stealing something from the house. So she confronted him straight up. She didn't give a shit. I love this lady. And she was just like, you can't take that. What's wrong with you? And he started trying to follow her home and intimidate her, like to attack her. And so she called the police. 2 days ago, one of them tried to use my neighbor's hose without asking. Like, had they asked for water, it would have been different. They just came and started using the hose. And so my neighbor was telling him, like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop touching my hose. And this man allegedly, according to someone, told this neighbor, like, do you want me to kill you? So it's starting to get to a point where these people are getting violent. So, of course, my ass, because I'm extra, I contacted my city mayor. I contacted the person who represents my district. I contacted the police department. I contacted the deputy's office. And I sent a letter through like this case website online with documenting everything, like photos, videos, occurrences from neighbors, witness testaments, whatever. And now there's finally a case open on the house with an actual like district attorney working on the house. And so I'm assuming, and because mind you, I'm also crazy, I dug the county records for the house and I found the agreement that shows that the house was traded for zero money from my old neighbor to his son. His son lives in a different state, which means he's not here to take care of the house. And from what I've heard through the grapevine, he can barely even afford to keep his dad in a home. So if you don't have the money for the house, baby, let it go. You might not give a shit because you don't live here. I've lived here for 27 years, and I'm gonna be damned if someone comes up to me on my yard and tells me that they're gonna kill me because, baby, the police are gonna be coming and a cleanup crew, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you're not gonna intimidate my 5'8", 175-pound ass bitch. You're not intimidating me in my own house. Please. Do not do that to me. Like, you picked the right house. You picked the one across the way. Because had it been ours, we would have jumped you. It would have been over, baby. Over. But, like, I hate that we have to get to this point where I feel so unsafe to even be outside. Like, even today, I'm going to read chat, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm just yapping because to talk about this and play is hard. Even today, when my brother had washed my car for me in the morning, he said that a few of them rode by on their bikes and were looking at him as he was washing my car. And one of them asked him if he wanted driveway repair. Baby, how are you going to repair my driveway? And he's like, no, get away from me. And they asked if he was a homeowner. Try and squat in my house, bitch. I promise you. Not only is my family scary, my dog, factually proven by my knee injury, can break bones. All I have to do is say, Ozzy, get him, and it'll be over. So don't try it in my house, please. Because we're not going to have that. Why did I think you were 5'1"? You guys thought I was short? No, I'm like 5'7", 5'8". I'm not short. The way that me and my siblings' height works is, okay, my sister's turning 30 in October. She's 5'1.5". She needs the half. I'm 27 and I'm 5'7.5", 5'8". My brother is 24 and he's like 5'11", 6 feet. So the younger we got, the taller we got. And the oldest is the shortest one. 5'1's not that short. It's not. Yeah. You can't be living next to a drug den. That's so dangerous. It is. And you know what also makes it dangerous? You can't just touch other people's toes. No, thoroughness is important. It is. And I'm a thorough bitch. Let me tell you. But the other issue with it, y'all, is you don't know these homeless people, right? You don't know what they're capable of. There's an elementary school right behind that house. What's going to stop one of them from potentially abducting a child? Because a lot of kids do walk home alone that live in the neighborhood because it's like a 2-3 minute walk. So why wouldn't they just walk to their house? And you're letting them live in there knowing that there are little kids. Worst of all, that makes me terrified. Little girls that sometimes walk home alone. And you're just letting these creepy men who have obviously shown violence only towards women or like an eagerness to be violent towards women. You're going to let these little girls walk home alone past that house? Or even worse, there are a lot of elderly women in the neighborhood that live alone. What are they going to do if a homeless man breaks into their home and tries to hurt them? What are they going to do? They can't do anything. So I expressed all of that. And then I also have a city meeting next Tuesday. So guess where I'm going to be posted up? I'm going to be there with all the paperwork and all the receipts and all the paperwork from the house since like 1996. I'm coming ready because I'm not playing about the safety of my neighborhood. I've lived here too long. And again, like I said, I wouldn't mind the homeless being in there if they weren't being inappropriate with the neighborhood. But the issue is that they're not being nice. And they're being suspicious. And the thing that makes me sad about it too is like even the incident that happened today with my brother. I'm supposed to go to Colorado next weekend. My brother, it would just be my brother and then my older sister here at times, but mainly just my brother. Part of me doesn't even want to go anymore because he's going to be alone. And as much as I really need a vacation, I also love my brother too much to leave him home alone when shit like this is happening. Like, part of me feels like I'm gonna have to cancel my trip and my mom just go by herself, because I don't feel right leaving knowing that there are a group of up to 4 homeless at one time who don't mind terrorizing the local neighbors. Like, I don't feel good leaving my brother here alone with that at all. Which makes me more irritated with them, which is why if I have to cancel my vacation and one of them comes up and tests me, I'm gonna whoop their ass. Cause like, I had to cancel my vacation for you, bitch. And now you want to test me on my yard? No, we're not gonna have that. Lauren, are you 5'1" or something? I'm crying. Sorry, let me read chat, y'all. I had to yap for a minute. That's the main thing that's been happening, and it's just been really irritating, like really, really irritating. And it's been stressful. I haven't been able to sleep because I'm like, what if they try to break into our home at night? Mind you, we have things here to defend ourselves. It's California, we have things. But I don't want it to have to get to that point. And it frustrates me with the police because in California, we have the stupid squatters' rights law, which allows for people like that to be living out of that house. And it is so frustrating. It's just very frustrating. Me conveniently taking my dog for a walk when I see neighborhood drama going on, please. But that's kind of the whole drama with that. Why can y'all see that? Hello? I'm so sorry. But that's why I put that dog in the corner, because that's me. Let's do the workshop. I think I have to do the workshop first, and then I can do the campsite. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone... I've played this a million times. I should know how this works. I'm such an idiot. I have a brief explanation. I don't want no explanation, Tom Nook. I know what I'm doing, beach. Yeah, and it's not that short. Lauren, you're so funny, Lauren. Don't go bald. Don't go bald, Lauren. You're so funny. A wooden wardrobe. Pro streamer, by the way? Please. I'm trying. Shut up, Tom. I know what I'm doing. Just give me the stupid recipe. He frustrates me so much. I could never go bald. That's for men. Oh. Clark it? I pick Clark. Y'all, I hate Love Island now. This last season turned me off from Love Island completely. I'm never watching the show again. I never want to hear about it again. I blocked Love Island literally everywhere on social media. I'm so tired. This was my first season trying Love Island, and I'm never doing it again. I'm so frustrated. I'm 5'7". Oh! And 𝐤𝐬𝐬𝐿. Let me go and get the... What do I need? Wood. They're in the woods. If you know where that's from, I love you. But I'm never watching Love Island again. It's been very frustrating. I had to block everyone that was on that island. Literally every single person, even my Amaya Papaya, I had to block everyone because I've never been more fatigued with hearing about a show in my entire life. I actually hate it. Like, I can't stand it. It's giving tall. It's giving 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 apples tall. I tried watching Love Island, but it's too long. If each episode was 20 minutes. No, literally, that's my other pet peeve too, is Love Island episodes could be 15 minutes long and it would be enough. Like, why are you dragging out me watching someone cry on a lawn chair? I'm tired. I'm 5 foot and proud. The short people are resourceful. Period. Also, the short people know how to fight the best. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just look at y'all and I'm like, I know they can get scrappy if they have to. They could probably whoop my ass. New season of Love Island, Love is Blind. I need to watch Love is Blind. I love that show so much. What is the couple that stuck together? The one white guy and the beautiful black woman. What was her name? I forget their names, but they're my favorite. Love is Blind is so sweet, especially I think because I'm coming from a demisexual standpoint. The idea of falling in love with someone's character instead of like their looks first. That just gets me in my spirit. That just gets me. That's my cup of tea, bitch. That's what I like to see. My birth mom is 4'9". If you will stab someone, I'm crying. My tiny mom's scary. Crying on a lawn chair on TV. The doors Trisha opened, literally crying about chicken nuggets on the kitchen floor. Trisha Paytas. One thing you can't say about Trisha Paytas is she's not a trailblazer. Love is not real. Listen, I'm 27, y'all. I haven't quote unquote dated or tried dating since like college. I don't know if I want to try, bro. I don't know if I want to, because people call it boring, but I'm old school. I'm the type that like, I want to find someone, I want to settle, no kids. Because the way this world is going, particularly this country and this economy, girl, no. If I don't have the money to give my child everything they can have, I'm not going to have a child. Sorry. Also, I don't want to give birth because that scares me. But it's so hard finding a good partner to commit to that. I feel like a lot of people my age range, y'all, which is not a problem. Like, if you want to sleep around, that's you, babe. That's cool. But then you'll find someone who will lie to you about wanting to be committed, and then they just want to sleep with you and go on to the next. Baby, then go find someone to do that with. There are plenty, and that's okay. I'm not the one. Okay, my favorite movie is Pride and Prejudice. I should already tell you where my standards lie, bitch. That should already tell you where my standards sit. Crying on oh, I read that already. The couple where she was his second choice. Was she his second choice? Are you lying? Love is not real. Don't believe these men, y'all. They're liars. I want a girlfriend so bad, but I'm also kind of a mess right now. Mood. Me. Friend marriages, I'm telling you, own multifamily home with the besties. I'm saying, I have a friend in Chicago. Her and I have said by the time we hit 35, if we're not married, we're marrying each other. We're moving to Italy and we're going to own a dog farm. Like, we're living in Europe together as a married couple, completely platonically. I thought about it too, but there's sex pets and I can't stand the thought of having to consistently sleep with someone. Literally, that's my other thing too. I'm someone who intimate romance doesn't come for me first. I have to fall in love with like you as a person, you. Because looks don't even matter to me. People have told me they should, and maybe that's true. I've fallen in love with some people that people have been like, ew, he's ugly. But you know what he was? He was a gentleman. He made me laugh. He would check in with me. He would buy me snacks, and he was really nice. That was enough for me. But a lot of people don't do that now. I could go on a 5-hour tangent about this. It drives me crazy. Looks matter immensely to me, you know? I need to get on the same boat. You're better than me. If he doesn't have a mustache, I don't want him. Oh, you like mustaches? I low-key want to marry my bestie so bad, but I'm afraid of being persecuted by the government. Literally. Like, oh, you're lesbian? Oh no, we just married to own a home together. Liar. Jail. Electric chair is what they're gonna do to me. What are y'all's favorite things on your partner, by the way? Man or woman, if you're here. Don't say boobs, butt, or don't be weird. Okay? I want like a peculiar one. Like mustache, I've never heard that before. Like, oh, they have to have a mustache. That's interesting. I've never heard that. You're joking. For being platonically married. But sometimes you give a 5 a chance and they start thinking they're a 10. Clock it. You know what comes to example with that? Barry Keoghan, whatever his stupid name is, and Sabrina Carpenter. She gave that ugly man a chance and then he cheated on her. Who cheats on Sabrina Carpenter, bro? You're so slow in the head. You're so stupid. How do you cheat on her, you nitwit? It's all they do. Ugh. Pass other people gross. I'm yapping so much. Okay, Tom, I want to do the stupid campsite. Can we do the campsite? Yes, that is the question. Are you joking? I want to do the campsite, Tom. Can we... You're pissing me off, Tom. Fine, I'll pay off my stupid loan. He also has a great mustache. Who? My partner has blue eyes and they're so pretty. Clark. Blue eyes. Is he like the blue eyes meme where they're staring into your soul? I had my teacher in high school who was my Japanese professor, because yes, I took 4 years of Japanese in high school. I don't remember very much. I'm trying to reteach myself because I want to remember. But whenever he would talk to me, I felt like he was looking into my spirit, because he would just stare right at me and I feel like he wouldn't even blink. And that would scare me a little bit. People with blue eyes, literally. Nobody, people with blue eyes. They're looking into the deepest, darkest part of my soul. They're analyzing my inner being. Shut up, Tom, you stupid landlord. I don't like landlords. Imagine I have a viewer that's a landlord. You don't count. You don't count, bestie. Not you. Okay, I have to go to the next day because Tom is being a little weasel right now. So we're gonna jump a day forward and then see what happens. Also, can y'all tell that I'm yapping a lot? I'm not gonna lie to you. I know it's only 2:43. I may have had something and it's sitting right next to me. And so I'm on Yapatronus. Anyways. Yapping is good. My jeans are bleh, please. I have poo-poo colored eyes. And you know what pisses me off more? I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. My grandma has the most beautiful green eyes I've ever seen. Sometimes they're bright green, other times they are blue, and I'm so envious. None of her direct grandchildren, y'all, have green eyes. One of her great grandbabies does have green eyes, so that's good. Out of all of her 7 kids, only one of them had green eyes, her oldest. Don't even look like hers, though. My aunts are just green. None of her grandkids have green eyes. I'm like, are you joking? You have black eyes? Those are rare. Period. Poo-poo colored eye gang? Yes, period. Rat, that's B's face reveal. Who's that dog in the corner? That's me. That's who's behind the screen. Can you believe it? That's actually exactly what I looked like before I started the stream. That's me every day. Okay, this is how I feel about my skin. I have pasty pale skin and frequently get asked if I'm sick. My birth mom is Sicilian and tan. Like, die? Okay, let's go talk to stupid Rex. And then can we please do... Oh, do I have to do the campsite once Isabel is here? I can't do it with the tent. I'm so slow. Thanks for telling me, Queen. Bean, I didn't mean to be disrespectful. That's okay. I'm beautiful, aren't I? Look at me. That's who you're subscribed to. Yeah, me, y'all, my skin, I'm very envious of my parents, and I'm trying to go out in the sun more, just not this week because California is getting torched by Satan. It's literally almost 100 degrees every day, and I can't stand it. But when it's not hot, I'm trying to go on walks a lot more with my mom because, yes, I'm blonde, babe. I'm a blonde queen. But my mom and my dad are very brown skinned, which I envy because the more melanin you have in your skin, the less you wrinkle. And I want to be like that. I want to have more melanin. So I'm trying to go outside more. And also something that I think I got from my dad, because none of us have gray hair yet. My dad is almost 60. He's turning 60 next year. And even though he has like facial hair where he like periodically gets gray hair, he has not one gray hair on his head. His hair is jet black. My grandma, who's his mom, she's like in her mid to late 70s. Her hair is jet black. She does not have one gray hair. And so I'm hoping I pick up that genetic from my dad because my hair is naturally dark brown, almost black. My eyebrows themselves are black, and my hair actually finally stayed black after dyeing it like 10 times because I went from red to this, and it took me like probably 50 million times to get the dye to stick. But I hope I get that from him. And I also hope I get from my mom the way she's aging because my mom's skin, There are other people in our lives who look older than my mom, and it's because my mom is so brown, and I envy that. I'm like, I need to look like you. I need to not wrinkle until I'm like 60 something. I need to be like you, mom. I recently found my first gray hair. I'm 27. It's not uncommon. I have a lot of friends who have started to get gray hair. So can I speak to him? Hi, Rex. Bye, Rex. I need to go work on the campsite beach. I didn't get gray hairs yet, but I did get golden hairs that are losing pigment. How does that work? Blonde adult, scary. Very scary. Let me go talk to this loser in here. Also, by the way, I do want to address something, because addressing my controversy. Just kidding. What I said wasn't too terrible, but I do want to address. I used to use a word. I used it in a couple streams back, I think. I said the word heifer once. In my neighborhood, the way we grew up with our dialect, we used it as a short word for mother effer. Apparently, that's not what it means. And I had to look that up. So I apologize. I think it's just like a derogatory. It's basically like another word for beach, but only towards women. And so I apologize. Yes, it means female cow. I thought it meant mother effer. That's the way that we used it growing up when I was young. Apparently, that's not what it means. So I apologize. Addressing my mistakes. I won't use it ever again. I almost did. That's actually funny. No, I'm gonna get canceled. I'm like, let me address it before someone tells me something, because I don't mean it. I didn't mean it. I thought it meant mother effer. Yes, I'm breaking my silence. I don't think I'll ever see you the same. No, please. Don't. Tom, you're pissing me off right now. We need a song? Okay. I have to go out and buy a harmonica or a ukulele. I have a clarinet. It's in my closet. I can make a clarinet apology. And I'll put the lyrics at the bottom for what each musical note means. Get the ukulele now, please. I used to have one, and then I think when we were little, we were probably fighting or something, and we broke the strings. Because mind you, our household used to get a little crazy when we were young. It was at one point in time, like my sister was 10, I was 7, and my brother was 4. Like this house got crazy when it was us 3 kids. Clarinet. What is a clarinet? Is it wood? A wood instrument? I actually, fun fact, when I was in junior high, I was given first chair because my clarinet skills were so good, but this stupid girl that went to band with me kept picking on me over it, so I literally gave her first chair and I took last chair, which ruined the sound of our entire clarinet department, but I didn't care. I was like, this girl wants first chair so bad, bitch. Go ahead and take it. Matter of fact, glue your ass to it since you want it so bad. Woodwind, yes, thank you. I loved being in band, though. That was my favorite time ever. I didn't do it in high school, though, because when I got to high school, you had to do marching band. Like, you couldn't just do regular band. And they're like, yeah, you're going to have to get here at 5 in the morning and march through the wet grass. Yeah, you got me messed up. One, if you think I'm getting up that early, which is also kind of stupid, y'all, because I'm not going to lie, my high school is literally a 2-minute walk from my house. So it wouldn't have been that hard. But I was just like, no, I'm not getting up that early. And then they tried to make me join choir, but I was like, babe, I can't sing. And so I didn't do anything after that. I did do photography. And another fun fact, I actually took a photo out of a shoebox. Like, I made a photo with the shoebox and a magnifying glass. Don't ask me how, because I couldn't tell you now. I don't know how I did it, but I did that when I was 13. My brain was kind of big, and now she's shrinking with age, I think. She's losing some of her body mass. What were we even talking about? Oh, we were talking about like the whole neighbor thing. I don't even know how we got here. We went through a million different. Hello? Why is Antonio spying on me? Oh, I got mail. Okay. Do you want to talk to me? No? Okay, F you. I think I have to go another day, y'all, but I want to see if I can buy anything from this little guy. Oh, let me talk to Puddles. Puddles wants to talk to me. Wait. Hurry up. Oh my God. Puddles wants to talk. Hurry up. Oh my God. Hurry up. You guys, I'm going to cry. If Puddles leaves, I'm going to cry. Okay, shut up. Hi, Puddles. My chonies frog. You guys, she's giving me something. A tricycle. She said, I know you can't ride no damn bike. I don't even know if I can ride a bike anymore, y'all. I haven't ridden a bike since I was a child. Part of me wonders if I even know how to ride anymore. Wow, look at that. Okay, we're gonna go another day forward. I'll talk to Leaf later. It's fine. Leaf will come back. Because I want to get this campsite going. It's been 53 minutes and I haven't even done anything. I haven't done shit. I've just been here talking. I haven't done anything other than make a wardrobe. I love that you enjoy watching me despite that, though. That makes my day. It makes me happy. Other things I wanted to talk about, though, other than the neighbor thing, which, like I said, at this point in time, the only thing I don't want to share too many details because people are crazy and they might try to find me. But my city has opened a case on the house, which makes me very happy. And I have a direct person that I can talk to in my city to handle it because people living in there are scary and also low-key annoying because, like, why are you touching my hose? Why are you near my car? Get away. Other things I want to talk about were just like pop culture things. I wanted to ask for your guys' opinion because, like I said before, I am currently, honestly, I can't say I've ever seen you do anything on your island at all. That's my, oh, y'all can see it again. I'm so sorry. That's my brand. I don't do anything. That's me. But I wanted your guys' opinions on Millie Bobby Brown adopting a child. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions on that? I'd like to know. Hold on. I need to make sure my door is locked. Give me a minute. Because I'm about to change into some shorts. Grant me a moment, y'all. I'm sweating. Okay, I've had my costume change. I feel a lot less hot now, thank God. It's not anything I do, but I don't know her life. The child will be fine. They're rich, but also be for real. I didn't even know she was doing that. It was not anything I just read that. How old is Millie? I thought she was 14 a few years ago. See, that's my thing. I have thoughts and opinions on this. One, I do want to say, I do think that child is lucky to be adopted by millionaires. So look at Isabel, you guys, look. Shh, I'm not gonna talk, let her speak. Shut up, Tom. Look at her. I love her so much. Oh, Isabel. You're so cute. Shut up, Tom. Keep going. On delay. Okay, now that they're done, I have opinions and I want to share. So first, I do think the child is lucky to be adopted into a household that can afford to give them, honestly, the best life they could ever have. That child is very, very lucky. I think the little girl, it's a baby girl. But I do think Millie Bobby Brown is a classic case of like how child acting when the child isn't properly cared for or allowed to like live a semi-normal life, how that can create some kind of like mental blockages or some kind of like mental speed runs for the children, because correct me if I'm wrong, but Millie Bobby Brown started dating Jack. Is that his name? Jack Bon Jovi? This is Bon Jovi's son, I think, or grandson, I think. I don't know. But she started dating him when she was in her teens. So 17 to 18, I think, maybe 19. They got married. Yes, maybe be in the marriage a few years before that. I agree. She's moving quickly through life. Yes, I'm going to talk about that. So she got married only like a year later. She got married last year. She was only 20. She wasn't even 21 yet, I don't think. Or she was barely 21. And now she's adopted a daughter. And they already have like 11 pets together as well. And so I just feel like there's something in her life where she's speed running through her life very, very quickly. And I feel like it has to be intertwined with the fact that she started child acting so young that she kind of thinks that she's mentally matured, but she hasn't really, because your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25. And it's like you're 4 years away from that. It feels very impulsive. And like Camp said, and I totally agree, marriage should be a few years before you get a child involved, whether that is through natural birth or surrogacy or adoption, whatever method that is for you. I'm not going to tell you how to have a child because I don't want any. But through whatever method or means. And she's kind of moving really fast. Like, I wonder if there are other people on the cast, because I think the only other person on the cast who's the same age as her, I think the exact same age as her, is Noah Schnapp. And then I think after her, it's like Finn and Gaten. I know that Caleb's the oldest. He's like a couple years older than all of them. So he's probably like 23, 24. But I'm like, 21 seems very... And then you look at the rest of them, and it's crazy because the day that it was announced that she adopted a baby, people saw Finn Wolfhard at like food market in New York with the Batman symbol logo like painted on his eyes. So it's like they're very... It's like that's what you should be doing, you know, kind of living out your youth a little bit. And I know there are people online that have been arguing like, well, she's rich, she can do what she wants. And while that could be, I don't know how, but it could be an argument, I just feel like, again, like y'all are saying, and I'm glad y'all agree, I feel like she's speed running her life a little bit. Also, there are old interviews I've seen of her where she straight up said, like flat out, most of her friends are friends of her husband. So like she doesn't really have a social life, it feels like, outside of her marriage and maybe her cast of like the Stranger Things show. And I feel like she should have explored that a bit more, not in necessarily like explored relationships, but she should have explored her social life a bit more before now having a baby, because now you can't do that. Like, imagine if the Stranger Things cast is like, girl, we're gonna go turn up at the club, you want to come? You can't, because you have a baby. How old is he? I don't know, let me look it up, hold on. What's his name? I think it's Jack Bon Jovi. I don't know. It is. He's 23. And she is 20. Oh, she's 23. Why did people say she's 21? Okay, she's 23. She got married at 22. They started dating at 19. Oh no, they started dating 2021. Okay, right now in 2025, she's 23. 2021 was 4 years ago. So they started, yeah, she was 19. They got married last year. So they were dating for a good amount. They were dating for like 4 years, but they did jump into the baby part rather quickly. It is slightly better. So that makes it a little bit better. So they dated 4 years and she's 23. That's fine. Yeah, that makes it better. I saw online people saying she was 21, so people lied. Maybe I take it back then. The baby part, though, I think is a little bit of a jump because it's like 23 with a newborn baby and a marriage that you've only been in for a year and 11 dogs is kind of a lot. But again, she also is rich, so I'm sure she has resources for people to help her with that. So maybe she'll be fine. But we don't know her health. True. Having a baby so quickly after marriage. Yes, that's the part that gets me, is like you just got married last year, like late last year, and now you have a baby. That's kind of quick. I remember just seeing they got married. 11? Yes, 11. They have 11 like pets in their house. So it's a lot. But, you know, she did express when she was a child that she wanted to be a young mom like her own mom. So maybe that's where that came from as well. I don't know. But now knowing that she's 23 makes it a little bit better. Because people were saying she's 21. That's why I was like, that's way too fast. People lied on the internet. So they're already neglecting the pets. Please. I'm sure they probably have people help them take care of their pets. Because she's like super rich. She owns a company. And he's a Nepo baby. So he's got inheritance money. So I think I'm sure they have a team of people helping them take care of their pets in their house. And even with the baby, I'm sure they'll get help. I think I just feel bad for her. Yeah, I think because she's been in the spotlight since she was young. And again, I think there's something negative about child stars always being in the spotlight. I think it really does do something to their mental. You know. But what do I know? I just see a baby as a hindrance. I'm crying. Why have 11 dogs? I don't know. Maybe she's one of those people that every time she sees a dog out on the street, she has to help it. Which, that would be me. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had the money, I would be like, oh, baby, and then I would take it home. Yeah, I think this story is fine. She's fine. That kid will be fine, probably. Yeah, it changes it now with her age. But the child star part, I still stand on that. A lot of child stars are forced to grow up way too quickly, which is why you sometimes end up with people like, you know, the Amanda Bynes or, you know, even the Britney Spears, where it's like things happen. But as long as she's taking care of herself, I know she's not on social media. She's said that before because can we do the campsite? Let's do the campsite. I want to do the campsite. Imagine I tell him good luck with that just to shut him up. 23 is still baby to me. It is baby to me too. I was barely 22 when I graduated college. OMG, Amanda Bynes story. Amanda's so sad. But apparently she's trying to open a nail salon, so good for her. I hope she can. I'll be first in line in LA. I'll be posted up. Don't play with me. Amanda Bynes doing my nails? Yes, ma'am. I'll be there. I'm his biggest fan. No, I'm not. I'm a liar. KK Slider is like the Benson Boone of... She's so effed up still. Yeah, I wish I could get my nails done by her. The British child stars are better off. Oh, I forget she's British because she's losing her accent, y'all. I don't know if you've seen recent interviews of Millie Bobby Brown, but she doesn't sound British no more, and it makes me sad. Can I do the campsite? Yes, you nitwit. Let's go with the campsite because look at Daniel, Emma, and Rupert and Tom Holland. Yeah, not being in LA probably helps. Can we talk about Tom Holland and Zendaya? I know I shouldn't be parasocial, and I don't want to be, but I love them so much. They're just so cute to me. I don't usually like Hollywood couples like that, but I'm just like, I love them. They're so cute. I love them so much. I think they're so precious. And they're so private about their life, which I honestly very much respect. Okay, y'all. We gotta make this stuff. Yay, our campsite! Okay, we have enough wood. We're gonna have to go get more materials after. Hi, it's late for me and I just got into bed. No worries, Jilly. It's 10 o'clock for you, isn't it? It's like 10:07. Isn't it? I sound crazy. I only am guessing because I was there last year or earlier this year. When did I go to London? Was it this year? Y'all, I'm losing track of time. 11:07. Okay. I think I went this year to London. Last year? Was it last year? Wait, I think you're right. It was last year. I'm stupid. It was last year. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my sense of time, you guys. That's how you know age is kicking my ass. What do I need for the stupid campsite? I need more wood, softwood, hardwood, and iron nuggets. Okay, I'll be back, Tom Nook. Hope you're doing okay. Thank you, Jilly. I'm doing fine. I was just updating people without specific details on what was happening in my neighborhood, and now I have to square up with random people, potentially. I love the sound of wind in Animal Crossing. He's eating a donut. He's just like me for real. Actually, we're jumping topics a lot, but before we go to another entertainment topic, I wanted to ask y'all, is there a certain food where it doesn't matter where you get it from, or like there's only one place you can get it from where it won't bother you, that every time you eat it, you get sick? For me, that's donuts. Anytime I get a donut, unless it's from this one local donut shop I have near my job, like this little standalone shop, they're only open like 5 hours a day. Unless it's from them, anywhere else, donuts make me sick, especially Krispy Kreme. I don't know if it's the sugar content, but every time I eat Krispy Kreme, I feel like I want to throw up. And they taste so good as I'm eating them, but as soon as I'm done eating it, I feel like I'm gonna hurl. Every time I eat a donut, it happens to me. And it doesn't matter what part of the world I'm in. I've had donuts in Europe, and they still make me want to throw up. I don't know. Could be the oil, do you think? Wait, you're smart. Mind of a mastermind over here. It could very much be the oil. Not Krispy Kreme! Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Have you guys seen that Vine where the guy does a backflip and then he hits a sign? You love them? To be fair, I didn't try them when I was, you know, traveling in the UK or Europe, so maybe Krispy Kreme is better out there, but over here it makes me sick every time I have it. It's old and harboring bacteria. Ew! Maybe, do you think they're trying to kill me on purpose? Should I put my campsite right here? Will you fit? You mother effer. Hold on. You will fit. Yes, period. Yay! Okay, I think I have to go talk to Tom. And then I have to go one day forward and then another day forward. And then someone should be in my campsite. I hope it's someone good. If it's Jack, whatever his stupid name is, we're gonna have a problem. He's the only smug that I have beef with. And if it's him, I will end stream without even a goodbye. Or you could be sensitive to the fats. Do you have gallbladder issues? My family does, so I could potentially have inherited gallbladder issues if they can be inherited. A lot of people on my mom's side have those issues. I had Ray as my first campsite villager. I'm gonna steal him. You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night and you're gonna get PTSD to New Leaf. He's gonna have a sign on his home that says, I left. And it's because I stole him. Hello? Is someone doing fireworks at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in 100-degree weather? Are we joking? Y'all, my neighborhood's crazy. Leave Raymond's front door unlocked. Me too. Jack can literally go get stung by wasps. What's your beef with him? Mine is he wouldn't leave my island. In the game time, I had to time travel 2 years to get him to leave. So him and I have the ultimate beef. Bob is another one. I have the worst beef with Bob. He was always rude to my villagers, especially Marshall. I think he was picking on him because he's short. And he had an attitude with me. And it took me a year in the game, like time traveling time, to get rid of Bob. And that irritated my spirit. He wouldn't leave. See, Jack doesn't ever leave. He never leaves. And he just like, baby, you have wings. Go fly. Fly to someone else's island and leave me alone. He drives me crazy. Right? Poor Marshall, the poor little short little king. Like, and he's just harassing him for what? Like making fun of him? No, we're not going to have that. And so I had to get rid of him expeditiously, which took me a long time to do. It was very frustrating. This was like well before I would stream. This is back when I had my very first own Switch, which I think is this one. I've always had the same Switch. I bought the very first version of the Animal Crossing Switch, and my Joy-Cons are all beat up, first of all. I need to replace them. They've lost the plastic. The side of them is kind of falling off, but girl, Joy-Cons are expensive, and with these tariffs, I'm not trying to pay shit. It's too much money. Anyway, other entertainment stuff I wanted to talk about. I did want to talk about the movies I've recently seen, because I've seen a few. So the first one I want to talk about, Superman. I'm actually going to try to encourage my mom to watch it this weekend with me and my brother, either today or tomorrow, depending if my friend wants to see it, because she hasn't seen it, so we might wait because she's coming over tomorrow. But I loved Superman. That Superman was basically the Superman that I grew up with. That's the one that I remember. Oh, great. Here we go to the airport to talk to Lottie. He was so... My favorite line in the movie was from Lois Lane, where she tells him, essentially, you always see the good in everyone. And that's the Superman that I remember. Not the Superman that's too busy, like, aura farming while people die and, you know, he's trying to save them. But the type of Superman that saves people first and then checks on them after. Like, there was a part in the movie where he even saved a squirrel. And I love that because it shows the significance of his character and that every life is precious. It doesn't matter how big or how small. And I loved that theme in the movie. I did see Superman. Oh, how was Portland, by the way? Let me know. But yeah, Superman was very good. That was one of the prominent themes. Another theme as well that was very prominent was this whole theme of Superman being an alien, which, to be completely transparent with everything that's happening right now in the US with ICE, specifically against my people, I can't lie and say that I haven't been to certain parts of my county where I've received certain side-eye looks, or even my dad went out to, he was at a Mexican grocery outlet in our city, which is predominantly Latinos and Black people. And he was in there buying stuff, and this white man was telling people not to speak Spanish. Bitch, you're in a marqueta. You get out. But it's like with the rise of the racism and the raids on my people, the whole theme of alien in the movie, and when Superman was handcuffed and they told him because he was an alien, he had no rights. Or at the end when Lex Luthor told him, like, called him a stupid alien, and he was like listing all the characteristics that made him human, which is what was ultimately his greatest strength. It made me really emotional. Because right now, a lot of people here in the US in particular are going through so much turmoil because a lot of people can't just understand that simple idea. And it made me really happy to see that being represented. And then, of course, also the whole part of, you know, the war happening between the two countries, and how one of them had like super weapons and the other was essentially fighting with their bare hands, which is, let's be honest, I'll just say blatantly, YouTube, you can cut me if you want, I don't care, but it's supposed to represent what's happening between Israel and Palestine. I thought that was very nicely done as well, which is why a lot of people hated the movie, and it pissed me off, people trying to be like, oh, Superman's too woke. Have we been reading the same comics? Have we been watching the same television shows? The only dark version of Superman is like some of the comics that were released and then Injustice. Every other version of Superman has always been someone who's loved people unconditionally, regardless of what it is that runs through their system. And even if they were bad people, he has this mentality of like, if I can save you, I will try. And I do not care what it takes. And so I really love the movie. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I really want to see it again. So right now that it's out on digital, guess what I'm going to be watching? That. Imagine being on the opposite side of Superman. Literally, he only always does the right thing. Or like he tries to make the best choices he can. But that movie was very good. The other movie I saw was Fantastic Four. And I loved it. I loved the emphasis on showing just how powerful Sue Storm was, how being a mother wasn't a weakness, but something that became one of her greater strengths that made her infinitely more powerful, and that being a woman in of itself was powerful for her as well. She was smart, she was brave, she was strong as hell, and I really loved the emphasis of her and her character and what she represented in that movie in particular. I thought they did a really good job. Pedro did a really good job in the movie. Joseph Quinn, for me, blew me out of the water. He did such a good job as Johnny Storm. I was so surprised, pleasantly surprised. I really, really enjoyed it. The actress who played the Silver Surfer, or I forget how to say her name, but she did great. Hello, why is Hazel charging at me? Galactus was dope. The Thing was cool. Every single detail in that movie was really fun. And I really like the direction that Marvel's been going recently. I know they haven't been making as much money, but Thunderbolts was very good. Fantastic Four was very good. Captain America was really, really good. And so I'm hoping that, Marvel keeps going in this direction, even if it makes them less money. I really like the way these movies have been directed and the way that they have. There's a theme behind them. Like, you're actually walking away thinking about something, and it's not just another installment in the Marvel cinematic universe. Like, it's actually important. And so I got my hopes up for Spider-Man. I'm hoping that it's good because the guy who's directing it directed Shang-Chi, and that movie slapped. So we'll see how that goes. But, and then the other movie I saw, which I actually really liked, I told y'all not to go watch it because it was crazy. I can confidently say that I haven't seen a movie in a really long time that's been able to make me say, I've never seen a movie like this. I can 1000% say that with the movie Weapons. Weapons, and I don't want to talk about it too much because I know it's still a little bit new, but it was so effing good. It was so good. It was so well filmed and executed and edited, and it wasn't even necessarily horror. It had a bit of gore in it, I will say, so if that bothers you, then don't see this movie. It was very light though, very tame. It makes it look dumb, but the movie was so good. And there was actually a theme to that movie as well, like a couple ideas and things for you to walk away with. Like, without spoiling anything, I will say one of the themes and things that I walked away with is that law enforcement and our politicians, which doesn't surprise me, no, don't take child abduction and harm against children as seriously as they should. And it's very frustrating. That was a very prominent theme in the movie, among other things, but it was very good. I gave it a 10 out of 10 because I literally left and I looked at my friend who I went to see it with, and I was like, girl, I've never seen a movie like this in my life. And I haven't been able to say that in a long time, which is a compliment. So if you're into like slight horror, but more suspense with some light elements of gore, if you're okay with that, this movie's for you. It was very good. Like when the movie ended, her and I sat in the theater alone for 15 minutes just talking about what the hell we just watched because it was crazy. The first minute we just sat, the whole theater was quiet. No one talked. Like everyone just got up and left. Because we were just like, what the hell did I just watch on the big screen? What the hell was that? So if you want to have that kind of reaction, this movie's for you. 10 out of 10. Fantastic Four, Superman, Weapons, all 10 out of 10 films. And now I'm so excited, y'all, because come November, we're going to have Wicked Part 2. We're going to have Stranger Things. We're going to have Avatar Fire and Ash. And we're going to have Five Nights at Freddy's. November is going to be my month. I'm going to be insufferable for everyone because I'm such a nerd for anything movie and shows and music. I can't wait for November. I can't wait. I love watching movies, y'all. That's my favorite pastime. You know I got that AMC stubs. Anyway, though, we're going to check the campsite. I hope it's someone good or I'm going to cry. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm not looking. Just don't give me the bird. Don't give me the bird. It's a bird. But it's not Jack, so I guess that's fine. I never get Raymond or Marshall. Oh, yeah. Oh, big O. I mean, he's fine, but you're not staying. You're getting evicted as soon as I can get you out. You are getting evicted. Watch me end up liking him. That's how it always happens with villagers that I hate or think I'm gonna hate. I end up like growing a soft spot for them. Like Hazel, I couldn't stand her before. I love her now. Puddles, I used to not be able to like her. I love her. What's another one I had that people thought was ugly? But I developed like a really soft spot for him. It's one of the jocks, the clown one. Pietro, is he a jock? Whatever he is. Hey Tom, beach. We have a campsite villager. Quit dusting. I have a printer like that at my work. What the hell? I did it. The clown is smug. Thank you. I love Pietro. I have a soft spot for him. I don't care if he looks silly. He's my favorite. Okay, let's go put this house down. And then I'll probably have to cut stream just because it's been like an hour and 30 minutes. I do want to try to clean my room today, y'all. I haven't cleaned my room in 2 weeks. Usually I deep clean all the time, but because of everything that's been happening in my neighborhood, I've been in like a mental rut, but I'm trying to come out of it today. So I'm gonna like get my coffee out the freezer. Where am I going? Hello? Why'd I go in my house? And I'm gonna clean my room from corner to corner. I'm gonna clean the closet. The clown, he looks like he reads smut. What? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. Should I make him my neighbor? Should I make him my neighbor? He's just like me. Just kidding. That's a joke. I'm sorry. Why did I just get a notification from someone on Twitch that says we're making babies and putting people in our basement? I'm assuming someone's playing Sims. Hazel, stop running up on me. Get out of here. A smut is crazy. Back in my day, we used to call that lemon. That's how old I am. I hope they're playing Sims. I'm not gonna open it to look. Because after this, I'm gonna be cleaning my room anyway. And then I was gonna watch the baseball game later with my mom. Hey, loser. Hey, Phil. I will say, Phil's eyes, his mascara is on point. He's very cute in the face. Yay! Okay, there we go. Now you have a house. You're welcome. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about for the most part. Obviously, there's a bunch happening in the country right now. And like I've said before, I am keeping attention to everything. Literally everything. And it drives me crazy, but I feel like I have to. But that's all I can encourage other people to do, is just like be informed, but be safe. Buy history books if you can. Or get history books from your library, or go online like I used to in high school and find PDFs of history books and download them onto your computer, because they are actively trying to erase history, including slavery, which we won't have. So read up, folks. Don't you just love this channel, y'all? We go from talking about my work gossip to my neighborhood gossip to movies to what do you think about Millie Bobby Brown being a mom to keep your brain up. You don't get it anywhere else, people, except here. But anyway, on that note, on that happy note, I'm gonna gore, because it is 3:30 and I have things that I have to do. Oh, thank you, Green Bean. I love y'all too. I have some errands that I gotta run, and then I have my room that needs desperate cleaning, including vacuuming. It's not even that dirty, y'all, but I'm just crazy, so I'm gonna clean it. But I appreciate y'all for being here. If you're also going through a heat wave or any kind of crazy weather, I know Hurricane Erin is supposed to hit at some point. Please stay safe. If you are told to evacuate or to do something, just do it. Don't be stupid. Just get what you find most important and go. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated. Eat that meal. The fuck? And I will, if I don't end up going on vacation next week because of what's happening in my neighborhood, I will let you all know. I'm going to have discussions with my parents today and see what they think. But if I do end up going, y'all will know anyway. So, yeah, love y'all. Bye.